So how this is Unlocked Podcast. Welcome, no cap. You make sure to like, subscribe, do all that. Make sure to follow the Unlocked socials.
In the description.
Right here. Oh, in the description.
Yeah.
We don't.
First
do that
thing though, you see. First thing.
First thing in the socials. And so we got our boy Omar today. I met him through Barber school, and he's probably been there for like 2 years. He graduated probably like 6 months ago.
I graduated 6 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. No cap.
September.
Yeah.
2023.
And now he's looking to opening up his new shop. And so today we have him here today. He's gonna talk about what's it like going from beginning barber to opening up your own shop.
Yep.
How to strategize doing so. What's the best steps to do that. And I'm just super excited. You can probably hear it in my voice to have somebody who's doing something that I possibly want to do in the future, like open my own shop. So
yeah, for sure.
So
man.
people who want to open their own shops or anything like that, or barbers, you better tune into this podcast, no cap.
Oh yeah,
because this is gonna be a banger, no cap.
Game.
This is game.
Here. We're gonna
game
podcast. Will be spit here.
So let's start off. Just see how you feel, Omar. How do you feel about being in the podcast room?
Nervous. I've never been in a podcast before, and I'm glad that we met and you invited me to your podcast, and I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you for coming, spending your time. I know it's like kind of different. It's kind of new.
Yeah, it's been the rough couple weeks that I've had, but
during crunch hour.
It's exciting.
No, yeah,
and
especially
nervous,
shop.
especially. Yeah.
How do you find the time to come here and then also work in your barbershop and you have a part-time job? Like that's a lot of things that he has to take care of.
I mean, I've always had 2 jobs, but the main thing is I've always wanted to have my own business, and I think now it was the opportunity, and I took it. But in high school, that's when it didn't start that way. I just cut my brother's and my friend's hair.
So that's how your profession started, was through high school?
Through high school, I think. That's my initial hair cutting.
Okay.
During high school, but.
So did you have a role model or anybody who inspired you throughout your beginning phase?
I think my brother, he's also a barber. His name's Gennaro. He cuts at Empire, but.
Oh, that's a good shot. With the Montgomery or?
Montgomery, yeah.
Oh, that's
he's been with them for years, man. Yeah,
nice.
He's
so
the one.
He went from the old one to the new one?
Yeah.
Nice. That's badass.
Yeah, he went there.
Wait.
And I think he's the one who pushed me to get into cutting. It was one time that it was rough times for me. I got let go of one job, and I was looking for a part-time. And just to support bills at home, and so I needed, like I said, I've always had 2 jobs.
You needed that cash.
Yep.
You needed that money, that moolah.
And I mean, I applied at many places, and they wouldn't work with my hours, And my brother, he's like, man, why don't you just cut hair? I was like, man, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I mean, you have the knowledge of cutting hair. Why don't you just start cutting hair and then make up your own hours? You don't have to.
Oh, so this was after you already like cutting up like your brothers and stuff, or was this before?
Yeah, no, this is way after.
No, but like, what was the reason you just started cutting your brothers? Just like on some fun shit, pretty much, save some money.
Save money. I mean, back then my parents, there was 4 of us, and they've always.
It's like $50 at least if you want to get a haircut.
And there was 4 of us, and I mean, we just started like my dad bought a clipper, and I just started cutting them. And but it was just out of nowhere, and then my brother's friends would come, like, hey, I heard you cut your brother's hair. I was like, yeah. And then they would come, like, hey, can you just cut me up? Or I was like, well, I can do it, but it's not gonna be perfect. It's like, I don't care.
Just cut it off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and then
get the job done.
Get the job done.
I mean, I'm talking to you. This is back in 1996, 97.
Okay.
So it's way back then, man.
Right.
And then, I mean, after that, our dad took us back to Mexico for 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, it's 4 years, man. And
after high school?
Yeah. I didn't even graduate high school.
Okay.
I was a sophomore at Naperville North High School. And my dad took us back to Mexico. after 4 years, I was like, hey,
I'm going
are,
back.
are we going back? Or was
Mm.
like, well, you're 20 now. I mean, you're more than welcome to go. I mean, you're
Mm.
old enough to go. And I
Because
was
you
like,
were
man, I'm
born there,
going
right?
back.
Or no?
I was born in Mexico, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Born in
okay.
Mexico City.
Oh, same here. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
not me, but my parents.
Yeah.
But, you know how that goes.
Yeah, and then I said, you know what? Going back, and my mom was still here,
That's crazy. 4 years.
and she brought us back here.
Now, for barber school, do you have to have your GED?
Yeah, they.
So how did that happen? How did you go from high school diploma to actually like, you know what, I'm gonna go to barber school?
I was back in, I think it was 2007. I decided to go here at Wabanzi and do my GED because I didn't finish high school. So I wanted my kids to know that I at least finished high school. So I went back to school.
And it's quick too, right?
It took me about 3 months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
GED
3
is
months.
like
The GED
OP.
took me about 3 months.
You should just got that, bro.
Bro, right?
And that helped me. I mean, down the road when I decided to actually go to school, they asked for it and I had it. But when I first started cutting hair, it was at the flea market on New York.
No way.
Yeah, I was there for a minute, man. I was probably there for about a year and a half.
While in barber school or not?
No, this was way before barber school.
So you didn't even know you were gonna need you didn't even know you were gonna need a GED to be in barber school. You didn't even know you wanted to be in barber school.
I didn't even know I was
What the heck? I don't you know.
because I was doing that just for quick money, you know. And it was, I mean, at the flea market, $15 cuts.
Mhm.
But I mean, it was busy as hell there, man. And that's where I got most of my practice.
Yeah,
Because it was one after the other, one after the other. And at $15, you really, I mean, what can you expect, right?
Yeah.
So at first, I mean, yeah, I had haircuts that were, even I looked at, I was like, man, I barely screwed them up, you know? But people wouldn't complain, dude. I mean, like I said, at $15, they just wanted a haircut, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where I got more practice. And there was this dude I remember. He would always walk by and he would just stare at me. He would never want to come in and get a haircut, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He would just stare at me. But towards the end, I don't know what. He came in and he's like, "Are you available?" I was like, "Yeah."
He's like,
And so I started cutting him up. I did his beard and all.
mm-hmm.
And before he left, he's like, "You know what? I never wanted to come with you because I kind of felt iffy on how you cut hair, you know?"
Right. As most people do.
Yeah. And before he left, he's like, "But I'm going to tell you one thing. One day you're going to have your own barber shop." I was like, it kind of threw me out of the loop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was like a hold up moment.
yeah,
Like-
it was like, hold up. Like,
Yeah.
For real?
And then he's like, "Yeah, I kind of felt iffy at first, but the way you work, I think one day you're gonna have a barbershop." I was like, it kind of stuck into my mind, and I was like, "Man, why not?" You know?
Mm-hmm.
So when he was saying like you need a barbershop, I'm like you might own your own barbershop. You're like, okay, like did that put you in the brain going like, what do I actually need to own a barbershop? Because what led you into
Yeah.
barber school?
Yeah, that's what. That's not exactly what led me to barber school, but after the flea market, I went downtown Aurora. There's a place called Good News Barbershop.
Good news barbershop.
It's on the corner of I think it's River and Downer.
Right.
And
We're
a good
getting
place.
federal with the names today. We're
It's
dropping
good.
locations.
yeah,
You know what?
it's
Go
a
to
good
them.
it's a good place to work with, but
You gotta
I mean,
grow,
it's
right?
just- you have to grow. On that's where I mainly thought, you know what, I think it's time for me to just do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's variables that you look at one shop and then the other, and then you put it all together and you're like, I can change this or I can do this better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm not saying I'm the best barber because there's a lot of barbers out there that are man
Killers.
killers, man.
For sure.
But I think I got the potential to grow,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what made me mainly look at doing my own thing.
That's so cool, bro.
Yeah.
And so, how long did it take you to actually finish barber school?
It took me about a year and 4 months, I think.
Damn.
Faster than you, buddy.
Yeah. Way faster.
I'm just
And I did it part time too.
Yeah.
I was
So you
doing-
went how many days? You
I
went
would
all
go
days.
every day.
Yeah.
I would go every day after work. Like I said, I start at 4 a.m. and then at 12:30, just go home, eat some lunch, and then go to school. And then from there to close. From there to close every day.
Dang.
no
Mhm.
free time.
No free time. That's one of the things that I really cherish because I think I've put in the work for it.
Mm-hmm.
I've sacrificed like family time, vacations, um, like buying myself stuff because all that money and time was set to where I'm at now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think now's the time to see.
It's paying off. It's supposed. This is
The
the
payoff,
payoff
yeah,
point.
just-
You
right?
probably have
Time
the
to see
like,
payoff
the
point's gonna
payoff.
come in like a year or like once the shop is open.
Yeah, and I feel bad for my family because they've never seen like a big vacation or play like never taken them any place because of me saving money.
mm-hmm.
You know, I want to save money for this, save,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if now is the time for that payoff, I think mostly it's gonna go to family time, man.
For sure. I mean, most of the time, a barber, I feel like once you got your shop going, I mean, you're gonna get a lot of, passive income, a lot more free
Yeah.
time.
I was about to ask that. Is the goal to have barbers in there so you don't even you get to a point where you don't even have to work in there?
That's not the goal. I think if you own your own shop, you have to be there.
No, you're
And-
still there. I'm just saying like you have other people working there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Alfonso at school.
Oh, I think I know about it.
He's gonna be at the shop.
He was right next to you, wasn't he, or right in front of
Yeah.
you? The dude with
Yeah.
the long hair. Oh no, I don't see him no more, low key. The one with the face tats and shit, and then with the long curly
No,
hair.
he's got a tat here and then on his legs.
Hmm.
Well, he's gonna be there, and then Isaiah. You know, for Isaiah.
Then these people are all at barber school.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
There
talk
was-
to them.
And then one other barber that he wasn't
Mhm.
at school, but I know him through Mac. You know, remember Mac at school?
No, I feel like if they're graduated already, it's
No, I think he doesn't even go to school anymore. He's at a shop now, but his cousin actually he's a licensed barber, and he actually I met up with him at a bar, and his cousin came over and he's like, "Hey, I hear you're gonna open up a shop." It's like, "Yeah."
shit. On the
And-
topic of my fault.
And then he said, "Hey, if you got a spot open, I mean, I'm
Let me know.
It's like, "Nah, for sure." And I'm thankful for that because I mean, me opening up a brand new
Location.
shop location, I was hoping for people to actually were willing to come work, and I mean, for 3 people to actually come work just at opening, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I would have never thought. I would have thought it'd been me and probably one other person, but
It's gonna set the standard too for more people to want to start
Hell yeah.
coming. Also,
yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm thankful because even the people at school, they're like, hey, if you ever need barbers, I mean,
Let me
you're
know.
always welcome to come in and see who's
Right.
up for it, and
So-
give them your card.
it took you a year and 4 months to graduate,
Yeah.
and now after that, usually like, what inspired you to actually open your own shop?
I think, like I said, I've worked at other shops and I've seen things that could be changed
Oh, okay.
and for better that I've seen. And I think a lot of people, once they have their shops up and going and running, they kind of forget about the details, you know?
No, yeah, that's what I was about to ask too. I have it like really pulled up right now. I was like,
getting caught up, basically.
yeah, like what are the challenges to opening up a new shop for our viewers to, if they might come across to it, like, because you're in the works right now.
I mean, the challenges, I think, is just finding the right people and trying to keep your concept throughout the whole throughout the whole picture, because like I said, a lot of people kind of lose focus and they see, okay, it's going good, they they kind of miss like cleaning a shop or the detail to the customer.
Right. But for
Because
for an owner though, you have to make sure you keep your whole idea the same throughout the process of building it too, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
painting and doing all this. Yeah, because it's so easy to be like, you know what, I don't want to do that no more. It's so easy to think of a different idea, but to actually do a different idea.
and that's the thing. Me putting, I would say, 80% of my savings to a place that I'm going to be working, and then doing the work yourself. I think you value a lot more than having the money and paying someone to do it. You know,
Yeah.
you cherish more the process. I mean, yeah, you got something to tell the customer. You know, it's like, well, who did this for you? No, we did it.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
wait,
wow.
what is the process though? Like how long did it take for you to actually get the building all up and running already? Or
Well,
almost, I meant.
I think it was kind of fast because it was. I started looking January of this year. Towards the end of December, but more towards January, and I actually found a place. I was actually going to go rent, and then my brother, he told me about a place that we went to see together
To own?
to
Or
own, and then
That's a big deal if y'all don't even know.
and it didn't work out.
Okay.
Didn't work out, but then the realtor offered me this other unit
To own or rent?
to own.
Still a big deal.
So
Still a big deal.
so I went for it and I got approved.
Sick, bro.
So I put a lot of money into it, and
Yeah, so
hopefully it pays off.
oh yeah, I mean, how many barbers do you have in it?
Right now,
Like, how many stations can you put? Let me rephrase that.
10,
Oh,
10 stations.
Goosebumps. That's a lot of stations, low key.
Nah, for real.
Yeah,
That's
I have
5 on each side, or
there's gonna be
Or
probably six on one side and 4 on the other.
Oh,
But for now, I've only put up a total of 5.
right?
Because there's
Stations
going
are
to be 4 of
expensive.
us right now. I have all the equipment. I just haven't put it up.
yeah, wait, are you paying for the equipment at the
Yeah,
stations? Is that how it works?
Yeah,
Or-
let me just add on to that too. How much is each station?
How much did I pay for each station?
Yeah,
It was quite a bit, man.
like 10
Just,
grand
Uh,
each?
No,
Nah.
it wasn't 10 grand. I think for the chair itself is $1,300.
A good chair
A good chair, yeah. And then
for you, up and coming shop owners. A good chair.
yeah, this $1,300, and the station, like I said, I didn't put like high end stuff because I'm barely starting,
Mm-hmm.
but a decent station. And so I think in each station I have about 18 to 2,000.
All right, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. And now, what
Yeah.
type of do you have a desk that comes outside, or is it a toolbox?
It's a desk. It's a floating
Floating desk, right? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I think the concept that I want is a more like clean look where you walk in and
Simplistic.
simplistic is, I think that's the word for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
I love a simplistic style because you could just get right under the station, just clean the fuck out of it.
And everything seems clean, you know.
Yeah, you don't
I've
see
been
hair under the station, under
you
the
were
toolbox.
yeah, you were. That's where I was going. I went to a shop that had two stations, and even all
I know.
like the drawers. You open up the drawers and there's like
Hair on the
just-
guardrails.
Yeah.
I clean that shit. Buddy, you can go to mine. My shit clean.
Yeah, no, and that's. I mean, I'm not
Bashing.
I'm not.
We're throwing
bashing
shade,
everybody.
but throwing shade at, in the vast barber world, not at somebody,
No, not at somebody, because I mean,
Unless there is somebody. No, I'm playing with you.
no, but I think I like simplicity and
Yeah.
Cleanliness. Cleanliness.
I agree.
I think cleanliness is the key.
To bring in
So
high
I'd-
value
High value, yes.
clients, man.
Yep.
What would
mean-
you say like the vibe is though that you're going for? Like, are you gonna push it on the walls and stuff, like all types?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's a process, and it's never done. You're just getting closer every time, but it's never done. Obviously, right now, I'm at a limit to where I got to start bringing
Cash flow.
because what I had, I already put in it. Now it's time for
Jump
it
the
to-
gun. I
and,
am.
but yeah, definitely, I got big plans for it, and hopefully, all this pays off. Because I mean, it's something I've wanted for a long time.
Right.
I think the last 6 years of my life, I've been working for it.
So each station around $2,000. You're going for that simplistic, that simplistic look. I know something that Reef doesn't know about you. I know that you braid hair.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna implement that into your barber,
Braiding hair
Shop.
takes time. It takes a lot of time. So I think that's something I would only do appointment based on the days that I'm closed. So
Mhm.
let's say if I close Monday, I would only braid on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Appointment based.
So it's really that's like, are you to the point where you can like I know you were really good at like compared to everybody else, and you were the only person doing braids. He was the only person doing braids, really good braids on any type of scalp at barber school. So like, are you able to do it? Like, you know who Nito is? I don't think you do, but
You don't know.
he's some guy. He's like, if you don't know how to braid, hit that.
Oh
follow.
yeah, that
yeah,
guy.
Yeah. So like, are you able to like?
You want braids?
Yeah, are you able to like do those certain braids, like do consistent,
I think I'm pretty good at it, and I think I can do braids like that, like designs. But obviously that takes time.
Right.
And a lot of people don't want to pay for it, and because time is money. And I've had customers that they ask, well, how much do you think of? Well, to be honest, I charge per hour on the braids. However long it takes me, then that's how much I would charge you. And a lot of people's like, man, I can have them done for like $30. I was like, well,
Go ahead. Because you just never know, right? I mean, if you're going to somebody who only does braiding, like obviously, they're gonna be charging like $120.
Wait, what's the like difference between like braiding? Cause like how on your thing it's like, you have the actual getting your hair cut
And then extra
then
services.
The extra services, like, is braiding like way more complex where you can't.
Oh,
make
yeah.
Extra service sometimes.
Because braiding can take up to
2 hours,
Uh-huh.
3 hours. I mean, depending on the design, because there's designs out there that are like wild.
crazy.
And but I think I can manage one of those complex designs, but it takes time.
Like
I mean,
cornrows, you could probably do that shit in like an hour, 30
yeah,
minutes.
an hour. I think I did some cornrows in 40 minutes while I was in barber school. So
Yeah, you see that?
so I mean those are fast because you're just doing single strands. But if you're doing complex design, it obviously takes more time.
Is it hard to vision that like before, or like do you kind of just build the vision, I guess, like over time when you do it more?
Right now, I'm not at the point where I can like do freestyle, but I kind of go more off of a picture. He's like,
Yeah.
can you do this? By looking at it, I can do all the partings and say, yeah, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think who knows? I've actually never tried a freestyle before.
Sure, you gotta try it. I want to see that.
But it's I think it's something that I could definitely knock out.
And then for opening a barber shop, like having your barber's license, do you need a barber's license, or because you bought the building, so like technically you could have made that to anything.
Yeah, they do. I went to the city of Plano and to register, and they did ask for it's like, do you have a barber's license? I was like, yeah, I do.
Mm.
And so they do ask for it. They didn't ask me. It's like, okay, show me.
Mm-hmm.
But they do.
They didn't even see it.
No.
Isn't it probably for like so they know they can trust you or something like that?
Well, yeah,
Just to give you
hygienic is mainly the problem.
I think down the road, they could come down and say, hey, well, if you have it posted, obviously, do you have your license? Yeah, it's right here. So, but they do ask.
Yeah, you're probably in some sort of system too already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some sort of system that they have to like look over. I mean, I would at least hope, because unless I'm
I don't know about ever. I mean, it could be different in each city, or because I know a lot of barbers that have their shops with no license. So
right.
I think there's ways around it, but for me,
you gotta get like a barber
risk
who has
is-
his license.
It's a big risk.
it's a big risk.
You can get taxed
yeah,
bad
yeah.
Really?
for each station.
Oh shit.
Like if like let's say you've been open for a year and nobody has their license, then you probably get taxed for that year income.
Yeah.
Wait, do you get taxed more?
Well, I'm not in the shop,
Oh.
so I don't even know. I don't know. I'm still in barber school and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
so I don't even know too much about that. But you know, word on the street. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like obviously the barbershop means a lot to you. So like, what does a legacy mean to you in context of being a barber?
I think I want to leave a handprint. Build that legacy one cut at a time. And
Ooh, build that legacy. Well, that's a quote.
That should be your motto.
Yeah, bro, that's a good
one cut at a time.
Subtitle
and just keep growing, and hopefully somebody takes after, you know.
Right.
So I know my
gonna
son
write
at
that
first
down.
he wanted to cut hair. Now he wants to do a different thing, but I'm all for it. As long as he does something.
Yeah. Do you have like a logo already for it, or is it you're just gonna have the like what's that barber? You know the barber emoji.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have that as the picture.
Yeah, I sent him the actual logo.
Oh
that we
yeah, the
have.
legacy, the red writing.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm like sorry to change the subject, but like why is that like that emoji like the barber? Like what does it mean?
The barber pole.
The barber pole?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you wanna
Like how'd
Yeah.
that come?
That goes back to like
way back
way back
in like the 1800s.
It's it was done in bloodletting. It actually has a meaning. The blue stripe.
Means veins or something.
Yeah, the blue stripe is the veins. The white stripe is the bandages, and the red stripe is the blood that they would do back in the day. And the actual base at the bottom that represents the base where the blood would fall in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but wait, what does that have to do with hair though?
Nothing. We used to
just
be
stole it?
doctors because we used to.
They used to be surgeons back there. Like barbers
Barbers.
used to be barbers and surgeons at the same
Right.
time. So
So
I
you-
mean, this goes way back to the
Right.
Egyptians.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they would like imagine the pharaoh, right? You remember, pharaohs used to have hair, so they have to cut down their hair bald, skin bald. So imagine just a little, Egyptian dude cutting up a pharaoh. So you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. Imagine like that's like cutting up a rapper nowadays and
Bro.
on social media.
Yeah.
Like you're a big deal.
Dude, cutting hair back then had to been like so crazy. Like
And
you had
bro.
to use like You seen those videos of the dudes from like China maybe, and they're just
Oh yeah, well like,
It was for like flints and stones,
Yeah,
where
bro.
they just
Hmm.
razor the hair off.
and it makes sense because like
should be painful, bro.
barbers, you can nick somebody. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, so we know how to stop blood most of the time.
Uh-huh.
So like just that experience and like who's the next best from a doctor, you know? So, you know, until the fucking 1800s ended, now you need your license for all types of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can't even do anything now. So like also like are you trying to build like a legacy? I mean, you're obviously trying to build a legacy too, but how about the community? Like what are you trying to do anything special to the community or
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it's something that if you're doing a business anywhere, you gotta give to the community. And to me, I think doing free cuts for like kids back to school, or I don't know, special events, kind of a volunteer for stuff like that for like, I don't know, seniors or veterans. I mean, it's something that I'm willing to do. Like they actually asked me this in the city when I went to register. They said, "Are you willing to do like special events to promote your business?" I was like, "Yeah." So they actually gave me numbers for like school districts
that's actually really cool.
and city council and all that, and said just give them a call and say that they can put you on their list. If there's any events popping up, they actually give you a call and say, "Hey, we got this going on. Are you willing to put some time in?" Just
Right.
and man,
Because you
I'd
can
love
even
to
make
do
little
that.
cards and put them in like you don't even need to be there. Be like, oh, free cut or half off cut, and then
right.
bring the card
Dude,
back.
that would be crazy.
Like
though.
Great Clips, that's what they do. Great Clips. I went to a barber event and they gave me JC Penney gave me a bag
Mhm.
of goodies, and it was like free canes, and then it was also like, what was it? A free haircut at Great Clips, and I was like, I'm never gonna use that, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, stuff like
Give it
that.
to my
I mean, like you
dad.
said, it doesn't. You don't even have to be there, but I think your presence would definitely make an impact if you're there, actually cutting hair.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it for, let's say, the kids back to school. Why not? I mean, if you're doing something for free, but it's gonna pay off down the road. If they like your haircut, they're definitely gonna get your number and say, "Hey, where do you
Right.
work?"
Wait, how old's your like oldest kid?
She's 20. She's gonna be 20 in May.
So okay, she's like our age. Do you guys remember that like the little booster-thon fundraiser when you were in elementary school?
Oh yeah, will you run around?
Yeah, we run around
circles?
stuff. What if instead of that, it's like free cuts for you know what I mean?
And then
Like, you guys
every
just-
kid just running in circles and cutting
Yeah.
them quick.
No, I'm saying y'all just cut up all the kids.
Nah,
bro.
I
Like
know
you
what
pull
you
up
mean.
with like 20 barbers.
Yeah, I'm trolling. They're just running in a circle. You just try to get them as they're running. Just
Gotcha. They're just fucking bald now.
like Timmy's bald now.
Yeah,
No.
but definitely is. I think putting out to the community, it's a good
Mm.
it's a good opportunity to get more business in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you. What are like some specific values and principles that you want your shop to stand on? And I know you said simplistic and cleanliness, but what are some other ones that are a little deeper or
I would say kind of just to be honest, I think just cleanliness is the key to bring more people, because like I said, you want to be pampered when you go to a barbershop, and to be pampered, it's got to be clean,
yeah?
and organized.
True.
I
You
think
want to have like
that's-
a whole system. You want to have a system. So, on the same topic, what are unique features in your shop that other shop might not have? Like what makes your shop different, sets it apart?
I think just the service itself. I know there's a lot of barbers out there that they lack service,
Yeah, that's true.
and
Especially
I
this
think
new
that's one of
age.
the things I still don't know if I'm gonna perfect, but I'm definitely gonna shoot for it,
Mm.
because I think if you're mass producing haircuts, then you're really not putting in the time.
I believe that too.
And if you take your time and do it right, you're always going to have a customer.
That is true.
Because I mean, I have a lot of customers that till this day, since I started, they just still come back because they like the way you work.
Yeah.
And obviously, you also got to weed the ones that
Don't respect that.
don't respect that because, or don't respect your time.
That is true.
Because they'll book with you, and then 5 minutes later you're calling them, hey, you had an appointment. Oh man, I forgot to tell you, I'm not gonna make it. I was like, so that's time lost, and I think if I would do the same thing, I'm not saying I've never done it. There are times where you're like, man, I screwed up. I double booked, but you can
Double booking is crazy when people do that.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what's double booking?
They just accidentally book 2 appointments.
In the same day?
Same day, same time. So if you book your same day and same time,
it's double the time. So now you have to find somebody to fill up, like.
And if you don't have somebody, that's where I was like, you know what, I got you next time. It's my fault. You get a free cut next time. So you got to, but they also have to be conscious of that. I made them lose their time. So if that happens on my end,
yeah,
they have to at least pay for it, you know.
Right. So what is an average haircut?
Wait. Can y'all like explain like double booking? Like I'm kind of confused. Like,
it's like somebody wanted 1 haircut, but instead of booking at 4, they booked at 4 and they added 2 haircuts. So now it's at 4, and then let's say you do a 40-minute cut, and they booked again at 4:40, but it's in 1 appointment. Because if you go to any booking app, you can click the plus right next to the.
Oh, so basically, it's their fault though, not yours, right?
Yeah, and some depends what do you use?
Well, right now, when I double book, it's usually my fault because
you put it down yourself.
I put it down myself. So if I have it on I don't use a booking app now. I just do it all off my phone. Yeah, I think it's beneficial because that kind of pushes you away from double booking.
That is,
you know.
Yeah, you should definitely, bro.
And they pay up front.
Depends.
It depends. You can't definitely. If I do have it, there is going to be a booking fee in case they don't show up. And that booking fee is definitely
on the cut app. It does all that.
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah, because I think it's time that, like I said, that I could have been using for somebody else.
Right.
And then that way it guarantees them their time.
True. And now, if they're spending time in the shop, what is the style? What is your theme that you're trying to go for in your shop?
I really don't have a style or a theme. I think whatever comes in, I'll try to work with. There's a few African American people that come and is like, hey, do you have any black barbers? I was like, no, I don't. Not at this moment. He's like, because I usually try to get lined up. So I was like, I can do it for you. He's like, you can cut black barber? I was like, yeah. And
I feel like that's definitely like an old time barber mindset, because back then, like the Migos would cut the Migos.
Yeah.
You know, it was like you go whoever you
like. The white lady cut the white.
Yeah, for real.
For real, yeah.
Now it's different. It's way different now, though.
And then because I know I got a couple clients that are white, and before they came to me, I was like, so where'd you get your haircut before?
Sports.
Great clips.
Like, no, my mom had a friend that she would cut in the basement. And so they all kind of get, like you said, every race would cut them.
Yeah.
But now you got to be versatile, man. You
gotta be versatile.
Because anything can walk in and say, hey, I want this.
Anything, even a dog.
Yeah.
Even a dog. I'm charging for them fuckers, not gonna lie.
Have you ever cut a dog?
Dude, no.
That'd be insane.
I should though, low key. That'd be cool.
Dude, you have like 4 dogs.
Dude, I got three.
Never gave him a fade.
The
Give him the
Bro.
Boosie fade.
I should. I really. I was thinking about giving my dog, like a little high top. You know those like.
I'm running to the bathroom.
Go ahead. Like a high top fade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this is a little, on the flip side. Like, how do you manage like your part-time work and then like planning out for your barbershop?
Well, that's actually that's I always had it as a full time,
Okay.
and I still do. But I mean, it's hard. Like I said, I get up at 3 in the morning to clock in at 4, then work, get off at 12:30, and go do your own thing.
Good shit though, bro.
So I did. I mean, from 4 to 12:30, that's my job, and then from 1:30 till like 7, it's just work at the shop and trying to get it going.
So it's really, it's not rocket science. You just gotta get the work done, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want it, I mean, you got to work for it,
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, anything in life, I think, if you really want, you definitely got to put in the time. And yeah, just
Now, speaking on that, like balanced life, the work-life balance, like what advice do you give the viewers on how to balance work life and well, I guess multiple professional.
it's real.
Around trying.
You said it right.
Yeah, professional pursuits. Yeah,
It's hard,
multi-
man. I think it's hard.
Couldn't get it out.
That's a clip.
It's I couldn't tell you how to do it. I just got to get up and do it, because I know a lot of people that definitely they tell me like, man, I don't know how the hell you do that. And I was like, I don't know. I've always done it. I mean, both my parents are hustlers, man. They've always worked the same. They've always had 2 jobs. My mom, thankfully, she only works 1 now, but most of her life it was just 2 jobs. And I personally didn't want that for my family, but I mean, life is rough, and you got to work at it.
Yeah,
And sometimes
little by little, right? One cut at a time.
I mean, my kids, I missed a lot from them because I was always working, and I think, like I said, now if this is the opportunity to actually be with them a little more, then I mean, I'm all for it.
No, and you took your sacrifice for them to have the best future possible.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I don't think my kids have lacked anything. They've lacked a lot of like vacation time and like high-end stuff, but I think materialistic things they're not important. I mean, yeah, they're nice, but they only last so long,
Right.
I mean, I know people that they've had beautiful cars, and they really don't cherish it because they have the money for it. It's just like, man, it's just another toy,
Yeah.
But if you suffer and like work for it, I think
It means more.
it means more. I mean, my first brand new car was a 2006 Trailblazer that I still drive now. Because that was, I mean, you cherish it, You like, man, I bought this.
You bought it in 2006?
Yeah, brand new.
It's 2023 or 4.
I still drive it.
Chevy Equinox. I had the 2006 Chevy Equinox. Drive like a pirate boat.
Drive like a fireboat. What a guy.
No, like dead ass. The turn radius was so bad. It was,
Yeah.
It could turn 90 degrees, bro. It couldn't do U's.
That's funny. But yeah. So the call to action, what's something that you really want people to take away from this episode?
I think that if it's something that you want in life, just hustle for it, man. Work, and you definitely do have to put in your hard work for it. But I think that if you put your mind to it, you'll definitely hit your goal.
For sure. And that was a main key thing that I seen. It was like, no matter what in this episode, like no matter what, you still gotta go for it. You know, your dreams are just
I
waiting
mean,
for
I'm
you.
41 years old now, and I would have never thought that at 41 I would do something like this, you know. But I think that there's no limit in time. I mean,
That's true.
it don't matter how old you are. If you want something, just work hard for it. I think that's what it is.
You heard it here first.
And
No cap.
there's a lot of really good barbers out there that are young that I think that, man, if I could take time back, I would definitely think that things a lot more thoroughly and spend my time and money wisely. Because I know there's a lot of barbers that they're young, they have the money, but they just blow it. You know, yeah, I can buy this, I can buy that, I can. At the end of the day, I think time goes by, you get old, and then you're like, man, if I would have saved that money, I could have had this. So I think if you're for all them young barbers out there, I think if you guys have that money, think wisely, save it, and then you'll work less as you get older.
That's true.
You're trying to work less as you get older, not more. Because I mean, once you get old, man, I mean, I'm not that old. I'm 41, but I mean, you feel it, dude. You feel the difference from when you're 20 and now that I'm 40. Like, man. And I've had the opportunity where I've had good jobs. But when I was young, man, I would just cash my check and boom, spend it. Spend it.
Oh, bro.
And I think that if I would have done different, I wouldn't be working this hard now.
And that's a true statement, you know, coming from somebody who has real life experience. You know, this is not something that he's taking lightly, that you should take lightly. I feel like that this is something that we can all learn from. And I really do appreciate for spending your time here and really expressing this, bro, because, you know, a lot of people learn the hard way, you know, so, you know, life's the biggest teacher. And I feel like you really did a good example of explaining how shit really is and how no matter what, you can still get what you want.
Yeah, you can. I mean, but like I said, if you're still young, I mean, it's better to do it. Save your money now and work less as you get older. Because if you do it the other way, trust me, it's harder.
Yeah, and I understand that. And I mean, I help people with financial services. So I mean, I see this too often, you know. So well, not this, but you know, it's other related scenarios. I mean, they don't even have their shop. You know, they're working like 4 jobs. So this is incredible. So when was that like? What was that like? When did that really hit? You know, like you know, you're like, dang, I really did it. You know, like, or I really got where I like never thought I would be at. When did that really like? Has it sunk in yet to like you really have your own shop?
Not really, because like I said, I really haven't had time to actually sit down and think about it. Because I mean, I've been working 2 jobs, like working my job and then going to the shop and getting home, shower, and going to sleep and doing the same thing for the last month and a half now. So I think it hasn't really sunk in, but I mean, I think one day it will.
Yeah, once you
Probably the opening day.
once you're like the last person in the shop, you just finished a long day. You're like,
In my own shop.
Yeah. But it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, and it's nerve wracking because I mean, it's like a gamble. You don't know what's going to happen, but I think if you put in the time, the quality, and just the work itself, I think it'll pay off.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for spending your time with us today, Omar.
No, I
it really
appreciate
means
you
a lot.
guys for inviting me, and
yeah, we're definitely gonna run it back, Omar, man. He has so much knowledge that I feel like hasn't been tapped into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I know one podcast is not enough, but
definitely not enough.
Especially like when I do a grand opening, I'll definitely come back and see, and share it with you guys.
Right. So do you have any quotes that help you? Like just a little closing statement. Do you have any quotes that kind of help you get through the day? Or the day, your work life? You know, just do every day.
No, I'm just work hard, man.
Yeah, work hard.
Because I mean, there's nothing else to life but just work hard and get better. Educate yourself. Definitely, I think educating yourself is very helpful too. 'Cause like I said, I think if I wouldn't have gone to barber school, I wouldn't have the idea of how to open a shop. But I think it kind of helped a little bit through the steps, and then asking the teacher, hey, what'd you do when you opened this? And so
Mr.
it kind of, Mr. Sims, they kind of helped out on, well, you should get your LLC, and then
Shout out, Mr. Sims.
yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, definitely, I think
Hard work, dedication.
and dedication.
I like
that's
that.
the thing.
Reef, want to sign off anything?
No, I got nothing. Just check out his shop and
We
it
got
goes
Legacy
crazy.
in Plainfield. Make sure.
It's in Plano,
Plano.
Oh, Plano. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
it's
said Plainfield.
3912 Turner Avenue in Plano.
Say it again.
It's 3912 Turner Avenue in Plano.
Y'all heard it here. This is Unlocked Podcast. Make sure to follow, subscribe, or like.
Yeah. And check out our socials down
Yeah.
there. And we're going to put his socials so you guys can get to know him a little bit more.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm Alan. This is Reef. Make sure you check out Reef's Engineering Instagram. He's popping off on there. Make sure to check out his YouTube too. He just hit I don't even know, 100 subscribers, I think. I don't even know.
No, I just hit 1,000 views though.
Yeah, he hit 1,000
Oh,
views. That's
nice.
pretty cool. Make sure to check out my cutting Instagram, Ski Cuts, and follow the Unlocked Podcast account.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here to present you my boy Omar. We just presented Omar. So yeah, bro.
Appreciate you guys.
That's it.
So yeah, there you go.
Unlocked.
Signing off.
Ow.